Audrey Sweetman Brown hustled up the steps of the Sydney Opera House, its sails gleaming white against the orange and mauve dawn. With each stride, she checked off a mental list of everything she'd done. She'd created a groundbreaking ad campaign. She'd selected the most diverse and gorgeous group of midlife models in the country. She'd given them a grueling 4 a.m. call time for the shoot. She'd hired the city's top beauty photographer and called in a favour with Clint Marsden, an award-winning director of television commercials. Audrey waved her coffee at Clint now. Dressed in black from his boots to his scarf, he lifted his takeaway cup in salute. Or so she thought. "Audrey!" he roared. "Where's your assistant? I need another coffee!" But Summer was nowhere, late again, and Audrey was left doing the work of two. She hiked up the steps faster, sweating in her trench coat and wool dress, texting Summer as she went. The director could easily get his own half-soy, half-oat-milk double-shot decaf latte. Audrey had run down the steps to the catering truck for her long black, but like many men, he preferred to be served. She sighed. Clint's ego was the size of a small planet, and like every woman she knew, she had wrangled egos similar to his for years. For example, to convince her boss Colin that her ad campaign pitch would work, it had taken 4 strategy meetings, a 20-page customer validation research paper, and a complete set of financials, even though, at 53, Audrey knew firsthand that midlife women had the money to splurge on luxury cosmetics. But, every chirpy aspirational ad aimed at them was anti-aging, and Audrey was sick of it. "You're 60? You should look 32. You're 50. Jennifer Lopez pole danced at the Super Bowl at your age." Audrey questioned briefly what it would take to hoist her own backside up a stainless steel pole in white boots and a sequin bodysuit. Answer: she was finding it was hard enough to race up the 200 steps to the Opera House. She inhaled the tang of sea air and kept climbing, scattering a flock of brooding gulls back to the harbour. Where was Summer? Probably sleeping in again. Audrey's temples throbbed, and she wished she'd slept better herself. By midnight, Wyatt had given up on her ever settling and had escaped to the guest room. She paused outside the Opera House and took a deep breath. Then she gazed at the stunning expanse of mottled orange sky and sent up a silent wish that it would be a successful day for everyone on her shoot. She'd done this since she was a little girl, looking at the sky, thinking of the people she cared about and tossing joy over them like imaginary confetti. Audrey smiled at her own silliness. But the models, the support staff, the difficult director, everyone needed a little positivity, didn't they? She knew a shoot like this one was never just about winning over the client. It was about the people, all the creatives and techs and talent, and giving them their moment to shine. Ad campaigns could be manipulative, but they could also change lives. They had the power to influence people and make the world a little better. And in the end, that's why she'd stuck with the industry all these years.